Welcome back to Ithaca BJJ. Today, we're breaking down a sneaky triangle from side control. But before that, let's cover some basics. First, notice the hand placement around Brian's neck. John reaches all the way to the lat. This lets him apply consistent pressure as he transitions to the next position. Next, John scoops under Brian's far side elbow, separating it from his body as he transitions to Keisakatame or a scarf hold. Now, John traps the near side arm between his legs by clamping his knees together. His back knee is pinned to the floor behind his top knee, making it almost impossible for Brian to break free. Now, most people at this point might push on the shoulder or neck to create space, but watch closely. John leans back, gets a C grip on the wrist, pushes the arm aside, and traps it with his head. From here, he plants his hand on the mat, traps Brian's head, and steps over. As he transitions to the opposite side, he maintains downward pressure, and he does this baseball slide to seek in a far side armbar. Let's see it from another angle. Notice again the trapped arm and the pinned knees. If you just stack your knees one on top of the other, like most people do here, it's much easier for the opponent to escape. But here, John has a nice pin. That's the typical configuration, and it's easy to get out of. This knee position is critical as it opens up attacks on the neck because it's difficult to protect that neck with just one arm. And it also isolates the other arm, which opens it up for an Americana. Now, what John is actually doing here is he's actually setting up a far side armbar. Watch how he brings his elbow to Brandon's belly, applying pressure as he transitions. He also brings his ear to Brandon's hip, making it difficult for Brandon to block his movement. Once again, he traps the head, plants his hand, and now he's going to baseball slide into that armbar. And he's illustrating here where he's directing his knee. There's the slide, and there's the armbar. And notice how he's pulling his hand in the opposite direction of the rest of the body to break that grip. Now here's a pro tip that John is pointing out. The direction of the pinky finger matters. Rotate the pinky finger away from the thumb to lock the elbow. So you want the pinky going in the opposite direction of the elbow. This detail actually creates the submission. Now, also note how John properly traps the arm between his legs. This locks the arm even without lifting the hips. The combination of these locked legs and the direction of that pinky is what sinks in that submission. Now let's move on to the reverse triangle. The setup starts the same. He isolates the elbow, transitions, traps that arm. Now in this case, if that arm stays under the chin, that's fine. What John is going to do here, he's going to scoop Brandon's head, lean to the side, and step over his head. This opens up two submission options: a choke here and an arm lock. And there's the tap to the triangle. But the other option here is this arm is isolated. This is a nice way to fake out your opponent. So here's the same attack from a slightly different angle. Now, even though John goes for a triangle, it's not the triangle that Brian taps to, it's the arm lock. Here it is from another angle. John leans down, right there, he yanks on that arm. Right there. And there you have it, folks. You can hit that triangle or that arm lock from side control. Thanks again for watching, and check out this next video that YouTube thinks you'll like. And remember to like and subscribe.